Welcome to Xroadsnetworks. My name is Eddie and I'm going to walk you through policy-based shaping. In order to create a policy for policy-based shaping, first thing you need to do is go to the App Shaping tab, and in the App Shaping drop-down window, select Policy-Based Shaping. Here you refresh to this page where you'll see the list of any policies you've created. In order to create a policy, select the Add Policy button. If you don't already have one, you will need to create a bandwidth group. Select the bandwidth group button. Here you enter the group name, and below enter the maximum amount of bandwidth in kilobytes that you want to allow for this group. For example, this would be 2 megabits per second. Below you can enter the burst amount whenever there's available bandwidth. The burst is used to determine how many extra packets are sent to this queue before others during heavy congestion. If you're not sure what to enter, you can leave it blank. You also have the option to set a priority for this group. This is good whenever you have multiple groups. This priority setting will only compare between the groups. If you only have one group, then this wouldn't really make a difference. You also have the option to allocate the bandwidth. Single would mean each individual policy would have 2 megabits per second. Or you can select shared, which means all the policies within this group will share the 2 megabits per second. Once you're done creating your group, hit the Add Group button, which will then take you to a list of all groups that you've created. We still need to return to the policy that we were trying to create. In the Shaping Policy drop-down window, select Group 1. Below, you'll enter the policy name. You have 3 options for the policy. You have the end user, which would mean computers that are on your network, an external website or URL address, and you have Layer 3 Shaping, which allows you to enter an IP range. For this example, I'll select the computer that is on my network. The subnet mask only applies if you enter the range. You will need to define whether or not this policy will apply to the destination or the source. The outbound interface, you can select any for all interfaces or a specific interface for the policy to apply to. Under service, you can select the port or the service type. You also have the option to hit any, which means it'll cover all the services going to this end user. If you want to pick a specific service that you can't find in this drop-down window, just hit the New Service button and it'll ask you for a name and port number and what protocol. Then you can choose the source or destination as well. The Class of Service drop-down window allows you to change the type of service bit for all the packets within this policy. If you're not sure which to select, we recommend you leave it with no change. If you choose to select this box, both an inbound and outbound rule will be created. However, it will not affect a network range. Keep in mind, if you do enter a network range, an individual policy will be created for each IP address within that range. You also have the option to enable utilization-based shaping, which means this policy will only kick in if the bandwidth was to exceed a predefined percentage, and I'll show you where you choose that percentage rate. Once you're done configuring this policy, hit the Add Update button, which will then refresh and take you to a list of policies that are created. As you see, there is an inbound and outbound policy that was created for this computer that I selected. We still need to enable policy-based shaping. Return to the App Shaping drop-down window and select Shaping Control. Here you'll locate Policy Shaping and select the Enabled Radio button. If you chose to enable usage-based policy, here you'll select the percentage rate. Once you're done making your changes, hit the Update button. At this time, you'll need to return to the home screen in order to save all of your changes to the system configuration. Now your policies will take effect to the settings that you've selected. For more how-to guides and documentation, please visit our website at xroadsnetworks.com.